Hey guys, it's Stephanie, a Lost for Words VSG, and it's been a while since I've been on here with a video. I just wanted to check in with everybody and let everybody know that I'm okay, doing well. Not a whole lot to report. Still in the 230s. I bounce back and forth within a few pounds of each other pretty consistently. Kind of starting to wonder, I'm hoping not, that this is not just where I landed, because it only puts me down about 60 pounds-ish since surgery. I'd like to have lost a lot more than that. Every day I get up and I try. Every day I get up and I try. I am trying to low carb it. I'm still hitting the gym about 3 times a week. Most of the weeks. Sometimes I might only get there twice or once. Like last week I only made once, but then I did about 4 miles at a local, it was just a local event we had downtown. It's hard to explain. But anyways, so I walked and 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 walked. At least I'm maintaining, I'm staying about the same. I notice if I don't take my water pills, my weight will go up a few pounds. And then when I take my water pills within a couple of days, it goes right back down. I also notice I still have issues with constipation. I get my water in most of the time, but I do still have issues with constipation, and I've noticed that if I haven't been able to go to the restroom for a few days, to be graphic, my weight does tend to go up a little bit. I feel bloated, my clothes feel a little bit tighter, and then after, I don't really take laxative. I do take a drug called Amitiza that's supposed to help move things along. And then I drink Smooth Move tea, which actually is pretty tasty. And that helps a lot. And then I've noticed that, my weight will go down a couple pounds after that too. So I know those are kind of graphic things, but I mean, it is a reality of bariatric surgery. We just have to deal with those digestive things. Non-scale victories. I went to Florida a couple weeks ago with my sisters. It's kind of a sad non-scale victory, but it was a victory anyways. But I didn't have any problem at all on the plane. No problems with buckling the seatbelts. Had room to spare. And the sad part was I went with my sisters, and one of the sisters is the same weight as I am, but she's shorter, so her weight is proportioned a little bit differently. And she had difficulty buckling her seatbelt. The other sister is larger, and she had both coming and going, had to ask for an extension. So I realized that was me a year ago. Or, yeah, a year ago. A year ago, this is April, so a year ago I was 312 pounds. So I'm in the 230s. I think I was 236 a couple of days ago, and that was before I took my water pill. I think I had taken my water pill the day before, so I figure I'm probably down to about 234 this morning. I didn't get on the scales, but I usually can bank on after I take my water pill, which I don't take it every day because my legs cramp up too bad, because it takes too much water off of me. I'm even taking a potassium supplement and a magnesium supplement, but my legs cramp really bad at night if I take my water pill too much. So it's kind of like a juggling act. If I don't take it, then I do retain water. I don't eat a lot of salt, but I do retain the water. So I can usually bank on maybe a 2 to 3 pound loss a couple of days after I take my water pill. So it's just kind of a weird thing. So, but anyways, it was kind of sad because, I was where they were at, especially my sister who's a little bit larger. A year ago, that was me. And, it's just amazing and a miracle that, a year later, I can get in the seatbelt and have no problem. So I felt really bad for her, but I just was so thankful the difference that had made in my life, and the difference that the surgery has made in my life in so many areas. Still wearing a size 16, 18, most comfortable in 18. I do have some 16s that I can wear, but they just, I don't like things to just be snug. And that's kind of where the 16s are. So I can wear them, but I really prefer not to. Unless sometimes I'll wear a size 16 skirt and then wear a, like a loose blouse over it. Because I do still have the rolls. What else? I did join the gym, and I am working out 3 times a week, like I said. And I was doing cardio and strengthening. Now I'm just kind of doing cardio because, to be quite honest, I feel like such a goob going into a gym full of people. These big buff muscular guys, and I'm, I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm workout. I know that sounds strange. I just don't feel like I'm workout material to go in there on those machines and work out. And I'm very shy when it comes to things like that. And I hate doing the warm-ups in front of people. I've even gone into the bathroom and done warm-ups. But I just decided, you know what, this is not my comfort zone, and maybe I should get out of my comfort zone, but right now I'm just doing the cardio. So I do like the fat burn or the rolling hills workout on the treadmill. And so that's pretty well. I mean, I'm burning anywhere between 250, 270 calories in about 30 minutes, so 35 minutes. So that's pretty good. That include. I usually do a little bit on the, or sometimes do a little bit on the elliptical, so that includes that too. So I don't know. Anyways, what was I going to say about that? So yeah. Oh, and I found an app for a couch to 5K, and one of the goals that I've set for myself is I want to run, and I can run for very short distances. But my lung capacity is what gives out. It's not my legs, but it's my lung capacity. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I can actually only run for about 60 seconds. And then I have to just stop. I can do, a minute or two on the treadmill, and I've got to quit because I feel like I'm going to pass out. I can't breathe. So I'd like to build up my lung capacity, and that's one of the things. So I found an app for Couch to 5K. And I'm going to try to start doing that and seeing if that can build up my lung capacity, because I would like to be able to jog or run. I can do it a little bit, but I don't necessarily need to go run a marathon. But for me, I'd like to do it. I'd like to just be able to say I can do it. And also, I think it would help. Maybe kickstart the stall that I've been in for 5 months. I've just stayed right around the 230s for 5 months, which is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. A lot of it is my fault because I've let things back into my eating repertoire that I shouldn't. Carbs, I'm trying every day. Every day I wake up and I say, kick the carbs. Some days I make it and some days I don't. I'm learning not to beat myself up at the end of the day over it. If I have some crackers, or if I have some cookies, or if I have, something, ice cream or something that I know that I shouldn't, at the end of the day, I say, tomorrow we try again. I refuse to beat myself up over that any longer, because that's part of, I think that's part of my deterrent, is that I feel so extremely guilty. And my lifelong habit has been, if I started to fall a little bit, I would just throw myself down the stairs. So in other words, if I started out in the morning and I had biscuits and gravy, my past habit was to be, well, I've already shot the day, so let's just go and have, or not, did I say pizza and gravy? Biscuits and gravy. My lifelong habit would be, well, let's just have pizza and ice cream for lunch, and let's just have tacos and burritos and cake and whatever else I wanted for the rest of the day, because I've already, fallen down those couple of steps. Well, I'm retraining myself and realizing that doesn't have to be the way it is. If I have a cookie or if I have a piece of cake, okay, I've got the rest of the day, I've got the next 2 hours of the day, whatever. I don't have to throw myself down the stairs and count that whole day as a loss. I just immediately get back up. And that's one thing that I am learning to do. I did go and see the bariatric people a couple of times. I actually canceled my third visit, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But one of the things that they had me do was install my Fitness Pal on my phone, because I do better when I track, and I did do that. And one of the things that we talked about was, I would say, I told her, I said, well, I'm going to Florida, and I know I'm going to have something bad. I'm going to have a caramel apple, and I'm going to be bad. And, I said, I just know that. And she says, basically, why are you saying it's bad? She said, don't look at food as bad or good. Instead of saying, well, I'm going to have a cookie and that's really naughty. She said, maybe say, there's a cookie and it's not the best choice for me. This is a better choice for me. Or if I choose to have this, it's not the best thing. This is a better thing. Instead of looking at food as evil or bad, this is healthy and this is not so healthy. So I'm trying to retrain myself there. She also told me to make sure that I'm chewing my food and savoring it and taking small bites. And that's one thing I realize is I do not, I'm a quick eater, I'm a eat on the go kind of person. A lot of times, I'm eating in the car or I'm from here or there. And she said that's one thing is you have to savor your food and chew it slowly. So I'm making a conscious effort every time I eat to make sure that I'm chewing slowly. The one thing that is the crux of my whole issue is I don't eat because I'm hungry. I eat because I am bored or I'm tired. I eat because I have a lust for this food, a addiction to this food. So that is a difficult thing, and that takes a lot of time to overcome. It's not something that happens overnight, and so that's something that I'm working on. And I'm, every day I get up, I'm going to get there every day, and if it takes the rest of my life to get this last 30, 40 pounds off, so be it. Every day I'm going to get up and I'm going to hit it and work at it. Because this last 30, 40 pounds is nothing compared to the 110 and the 140 that I was looking at, a year ago. But the reason I quit actually going to the good people at Bariatric Center, this sounds very strange, but they wanted me to bring my Fitness Pal in, and they wanted me to track, and they wanted to see it, and they wanted to comment, and they wanted to critique. And what I found myself doing was not putting everything that I ate in my Fitness Pal because I didn't want them to yell at me or fuss at me. And I know they're just doing their job, but I realized I can't do this because they want me to do it right. I have to do it for me. And if I'm fudging on the things that I'm entering into my Fitness Pal just because I don't want them to fuss at me, then the whole system is messed up. Like, this is not what it's supposed to be about. So I would rather track at home and be honest with what I'm putting in my tracker and follow it than fudge on what I'm putting in my tracker, because I don't want, and they do fuss at you, I will say. They're kind of short with you a little bit, it's like, better, why are you doing this, kind of thing. And that's just not my personality and my makeup. I don't like to be fussed at. I'm 47 years old and I don't want to be fussed at about what I'm eating. I want to do it for me, not because I'm scared you're going to yell at me. So I took a lot of good, valuable things from the things that they taught me and told me in the couple hours that I spent with each of them. And I know that they're there if I need them again. But I also realize I have to do this for me and for the right reasons. So just wanted to give you guys an update. It's about 11 months. It's not quite 11 months. I'll be 11 months on May 3rd. Cannot believe almost a year. I really was hoping that my progress would be a lot more, but it is what it is, and every day I keep up and I keep plugging. And like I said, if it takes the rest of my life to get this last 30, 40 pounds off, hey, I'm going in the right direction. And every day I'm going to get up and try. Excuse me. So just wanted to update and let everybody know what was going on, and I will try to catch up on my 1-year surgiversary, which is coming up in a little over a month. God bless everybody. Bye.